Believers to stand up, because once again on Quest it's UFO time. This week UFO spotters from all over met in London to lobby MPs as part of a campaign they call Operation Right to Know, demanding that the Ministry of Defence comes clean with all it knows about UFOs. It's easy to be cynical about flying saucers and such, but not quite as easy as it was, because now the faithful skywatchers have a new weapon in their hands: the camcorder. Now, I'd like you to meet someone who did see something in the sky, and in fact he did have his camcorder handy at the time. He's brought the tape along to show us this evening. Would you please welcome from Mansfield, Darryl Keith-Spence. Darryl, welcome to the programme. Pleasure to have you here. Were you sceptical before all this happened, do you think?
I had a pretty open mind on UFOs, the phenomena itself.
Yeah.
But when this incident happened, that really swayed my opinion.
Yeah, so you suddenly thought that perhaps there might be something in it?
Yeah, well, the actual footage that we've taken on video that you're actually going to see, it's hard to define whether it was of UFO extraterrestrial origin or whether it was of military origin.
Sure. So you're not saying that this is, all of a sudden, this is aliens from outer space. You're saying, is it military? Is there something...
It could well be.
OK.
Who knows?
Let's have a look at the stuff you shot, then. Let's see whether or not we can make head and tail of it. It's a night scene.
That's right.
You're there with
the actual object that we captured on the camcorder is ringed now.
This is your mate and you talking, is it, that we can hear in the background?
Yeah, I'm talking, and there's also two other witnesses with me, two friends.
Right,
now,
so what's that?
This that's arriving now, this is actually an helicopter. It's making its way, it's intercepting this object that is circled. This UFO is there stationary, and we believe there was military helicopters. We can't prove it, but we believe there were military helicopters. Now
that UFO that we can see there, just what was it, hovering?
It was hovering, but when the helicopters arrived on the scene, it started to move to the left, you know, at a very slow pace. And when the helicopters started to get close to this object, the object just decided, that's it, I'm out of here.
And you don't have any inclination of size or...?
It's hard to tell the size, but what I can tell you what was that the actual site where we do believe this object was stationary above is approximately like 2 to 3 miles from our area.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll be able to find out, maybe we'll cast our net wide to find out what it was.
Hopefully. My question tonight is, if it's possible, has anybody else seen this object?
Yeah.
Do they have any theories about this object, or have they actually seen this object?
OK. All right, well, let's see what we can do. Thanks very much for coming in. Thanks for bringing your tape as well. Quest spoke to a Mr. David Davis, who is the Ministry of Defence spokesman on this sort of thing. And here's his statement. Apparently, the Ministry did receive a report of 2 lights in the sky from a witness in nearby Matlock at the same time and date. But the statement also says that no military aircraft were in the area. So our quest tonight is this. Were you anywhere near this area on August the 23rd? Did you see anything? And what were those helicopters doing? If you know anything at all, then please tell us on 0990 200 600 and keep those camcorders pointing skywards. Quest now has new technology on tap. And this is important access to an insider at the Ministry of Defence who is prepared to give us the benefit of his experience and detailed knowledge of UFO happenings in this country. We may not solve the mystery of unidentified flying objects in this Quest series, but we will have a damn good try. Now then, something slightly more down to earth, but only